That sound is familiar when you are getting married here at Sand Springs. We're going to talk about everything from when the bride arrives to the end of the night when everyone is saying their goodbyes. So we're with Rachel Tollett, and she is the bride organizer here, right? The wedding organizer, I should say, here at Sand Springs. So you are in charge of the entire property.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. We have 67 weddings this year, so we're very busy this year. So right now we are in basically how a wedding is set up here in Celebrations. So this is typically how we set it up for a bride. However, we have the ability to do all kinds of things. So.
Okay, so when the bride gets here, you make it very easy on them and their wedding party and also their guests. So when the wedding gets started, or I should say before it gets started, the bride gets to go up into the Epernay room and get ready there.
Correct. So the Epernay room is our bridal suite. We allow that to the bride and her bridal party. They can get ready there in the morning. They can have mimosas and drinks and food and all sorts of things, get their hair and makeup done while we're down here setting up the entire ballroom for them. So they have easy access to see everything throughout the day, the transformation of everything. And, it's just a nice, easy one-stop shop. They can stay in one place all day.
And that's so important, what you mentioned about getting ready here in the special room, because if there's inclement weather, of course you don't want to have your hair and makeup done and then you're walking in even though you have a nice canopy. And they're also hands-on right here so they could see it transform. So take us through when a bride meets with you from the very first time, what it's like for them. What do you offer in addition to the venue and the food?
Sure. So typically we start off by taking a tour of everything. They get to see the ballroom. They get to see our beautiful gardens and our patio area, which is held for our ceremony sites. We also get to take them a little bit around the golf course as well and just show them different areas that they can take pictures and with their bride and their groom. They can kind of just see everything that's around them. We'll typically just go through the packages, see if they're looking for more of a formal style plated option or more casual and go buffet and family style. So we offer all different types. Typically after the first meeting, and if you book your wedding at Sand Springs, we'll hold a food tasting for them. So they get to try everything, and they also get to try different cakes. They can pick out their cakes. We have a bunch of samples that our pastry chef has done that they get to see. And then really at that point, we also get to pick linens. So they can pick any color napkin that they want. They can upgrade to floor-length tablecloths. They can upgrade the Chiavari chairs that we're sitting on right now. They can pretty much pick and choose however way they want the room to be, and we will set up a mock setup for them so that they can see everything.
All right, and if we do have inclement weather, as you said, you are a full service, so if you're getting actually married here, the ceremony itself, you have the outside ceremony area, but they can choose to come inside if there is some rain.
Absolutely. We have our beautiful fireplace right behind us that they can actually, get married there. We'll turn the fireplace on, we'll move over any decorations that they have, we'll put it all out there for them and make it just as beautiful. It's just a different setting for them.
Now, a lot of brides start out by having their showers here also because it's the name of the room is Celebration, so you don't just have to think weddings. We have showers and christenings and whatever, so you have generations of people coming. The shower is here, come back and have the wedding here, and the guests get to, of course, enjoy all the amenities. You have a golf course. Do a lot of the guys golf while the girls are at the shower?
They do. Whether it's at the shower or the day of the wedding, the guys will normally schedule a tea time. They'll go out there, have a few drinks, go to the hotel, get ready, and then they'll come back for some more pictures for the day.
So as you have all of these different events going on to please you for your wedding day, talk about those other venues that they can actually use.
Sure. So we have our gardens area, which is our more popular option for ceremonies, outdoor cocktail venue. A lot of people like to use that area now, so that's sort of a covered pavilion area that they can use. Also, we have our patio section, which is not covered, but it also offers a really beautiful fountain area for them. And it's really good for a more intimate ceremony. So that's another option for them. In terms of other places for the bride and the groom to go, maybe with their bridal party, they'll normally go out on the golf course, take some pictures. We have our 2 gazebos that we offer to the bride and groom. They can take pictures there. We have beautiful bridges on our golf course, and then they also can take pictures out on the green.
So there are so many choices, and that's where you come in to help assist the bride to be, because 1 minute she might want purple linens, the next minute she might all white linens. So it really could be a lot on a bride to do that all by herself, and sometimes having that outside influence really could put her at ease.
Absolutely.
So the other items that you have here, let's talk about each of the venues.
Sure. So we typically offer any kind of upgraded wedding items that a bride may want. So what's popular now are the s'mores buffet, the candy bar. We also do upgraded wedding cakes too, so you can actually get your wedding cake here, so you can do all kinds of things. So the first station that we do have is our s'mores bar, and we offer marshmallows, assorted chocolates. We give them a little stone bar to actually roast the marshmallow on. So it's nice because it gets the guest active in something, and something that's a little bit different too. And then we have our candy buffet, which features about 6 to 7 different assortment of candies that the bride and the groom can pick. So we have a whole list of items that they can choose from. We have some really fun jars and baggies that their guests can use and scoop their own little candy in there and take home. And then we also have the option of doing the wedding cakes. So our pastry chef who's on site, he can do buttercream, whipped cream, fondant, any kind of design. We have a whole display case in our lobby area that the bride and groom can look at and get ideas from. And then our pastry chef sort of puts everything together, and any ideas that they can take from one cake and put it on this tier, and the next cake put it on the next tier. That way they can get the cake of their dreams and something that what they imagined it to be.
And how nice is it to have it right here on the premise, to have your cake right here, because there's so many nightmares with cakes being transferred. But it's right here, and the cake tasting, I guess they get to do as well.
Yep, along with the food tasting, so they can try any flavor of cake that they want, really. We offer anything from just plain vanilla to a champagne flavored cake, which is really popular now, all the way to banana, lemon, carrot, so.
All right, so let's ask you some different questions. What would your first piece of advice be to someone who is getting married?
I would say make sure it's about your day. It's not about anybody else's day. It's you and the groom, and it's about what you want and what you envision your day to be. And just to try to relax and enjoy the ride, because it normally only happens once, but it's a only once in a lifetime event for you. And it's so nice to see a bride and a groom relax and be able to try different things and have fun doing it instead of being stressed out. So I say just enjoy it, and make sure it's about what you want. So
how do you handle Bridezilla? Because at home everyone's thinking there always is that one.
You know what? There's always going to be a bridezilla, but every bride is different, and whatever they want is what they're going to get. And I think the biggest thing is just being patient, and just reminding them that it'll get done the way that they want, and everything is going to be beautiful that day. Just constantly reassuring them that everything will be beautiful for them.
And you have something too that'll fit in everyone's budget. So if they're on a real tight budget, maybe the bride and groom are paying for everything, and they have specific needs. It doesn't have to be outlandish, expensive to be beautiful. You could do any kind of budget wedding.
Yeah, and that's what's nice about the ballroom in general, is you can go as fancy as you want or as simple as you want, and you don't necessarily have to do a ton of different upgrades unless you want to.
And anything goes anymore. It's not in a generation where everyone did the same thing. Everyone has such a different theme and feel for the wedding. It's really fun to go to.
Yeah, I mean, our weddings range anywhere from a country theme to all black and white to, as simple as just white linens with a nice colored napkin on it with an upgraded chair.
We should mention that if you look around the room in celebrations, you have the opportunity to make this room your own with uplighting and drapery. That's why the room is a neutral color. So you can make your wedding come to life the way that you want it to look.
Exactly, and those are a lot of things that you can do through other vendors that we work with on a regular basis. So florists, DJs, photo booth, uplighting with the DJ, you can do all of that and make it your own. So.
And you have access to all of that. You have all those suggestions for the bride so they don't have to seek out that on their own as well.
Yeah, it's nice. We give them a little packet that they can take home when they come for the first appointment, and they have a whole list of vendors to go to, phone numbers, emails, and that way they really don't have to search that far.
And these are all tried and true people that you can recommend. You could sort of give them the seal of approval.
Yep, all of our brides here, they've recommended them. They've all been here before, so that's why they are able to be in our wedding book.
Very good. Well, if you need any more information, you can always check out, you're very active on social media. You can check out all of your social media pages for Sand Springs. And thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us as well. And I saw tonight you have some specials on the menu. The food's delicious, Jeannine. What do you think? I think
Let's
we'll stay
go
for
get
dinner.
some chow.
And I'm going to tackle that candy bar too because that's my 7-course meal.
Go for it.
All right. Well, I hope you had a good time with the tour here at Sand Springs. I hope you have all of your events are always beautiful. You could call Lush and make an appointment to have your hair and makeup done first. She always does a beautiful job for us.
Yes.
That's part of the biggest part of the day is
Yes.
taking that off of your plate. You don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
Anything else in closing, Jeannine?
Thank you to our bride and groom. They're actually married in real life, and their son, little Frankie Falabelle. So thank you to them as well for taking part in the girls. We had a really good time today.
And thank you, Rachel, for taking us on the tour.
Well, thank you for coming.
Till next time, we'll see you on the girls.
Happily ever after.